And you keep working with that until you feel the muscle loosening. Now, your forefingers is a wider space than your thumb. As you're working with your forefingers, you might feel that it's actually not the full width of the forefingers. Like with me, I'm here. See finger 3. See as I'm pushing down, I'm like, it's more there, finger 3. So if you want to get more specific when you're working with your reinforced hands, you then come back in now with your double thumbs, which is finger 3. So you're being more specific and you're coming down the finger 3 area. And that allows you to work more specifically with the tension there, okay?
And then you said you want to work on the thoracic, but then you jump to the lumbar. I was confused. Did we work the thoracic area or there's no work there?
No, we're going to come in there in a minute.
Oh,
so
okay.
basically, this is one section, right?
Yeah.
So we're transitioning to here and also the thoracic area. So at the moment, I'm showing you the techniques here for the hip, and the techniques for here is your kneading and also your ringing from this side.
So this is the work, not the transition or something.
We've already transitioned.
Yeah.
Transitioned means to move.
Yeah.
So we've moved from this side to this side. We gave this some love. We did not work extensively, but we combined it in order to get over here. Okay? So that whole section is like one family. That all belongs together. Okay? But specifically the techniques here for your T-spine is that.
Yeah.
Okay? It can be that, right? For here, because you have a bigger muscle group, you can use
Reinforced.
your reinforced fingers. To be more specific, you can use a digital thumb. And that is a tracking system. So you use that so your thumb doesn't slip all over the place. Taking the pressure off always as you come to the lateral line there. Okay. Now, you can also here in the lumbar spine coming into the T-spine as well. Now your hips are here, that's the hip bone, right? So we're not coming here below the hip bone, we're coming above the hip bone. If like you earlier on, you were working with your client, you noticed that the client had some tension there. To get more specific, you can use digital thumbs coming up the erector spinae. As you come to the arm line, you take the thumb away and you connect with the thumb and you push it back. So again, you're pushing the muscle tissue in different directions. So this is the digital thumb stripping of erector spinae on T-spine and the lumbar spine as well. Now, to be more specific, as you're doing that, you know where the tension is. You'll feel it because it will feel thick and it will feel harder. So he's not too bad here, but I can feel it here. Now I'm going to car crash it. So that's horizontal, those movements. I'm now going to work in a vertical movement. So I'm locking in next to the spine and I'm pushing over the erector spinae. You see that lump? I'm now on to latissimus dorsi. These are the ribs under here. I don't want to press into the ribs. So all it is an effleurage and then coming back. Okay? Pushing over, effleurage and coming back. Over, effleurage and coming back. Okay? You can also come in with forearms. This is like a forearm effleurage on this side. This arm here is anchored onto the top of the hip, and this arm here is going to sweep over the area that you've just worked on, and then taking it over the rotator cuff area, right? You can also, for a deeper experience, be working with forearm pes dressage movement. Pulling it back, and then it's like a steamroller effect as well. For a deeper steamroller experience, you can also rock and then effleurage down. Okay, so that's quite a lot of set of techniques for there, right, from here. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it. But you're smart, so I'm really going to show you a bit more. Now, once you've done that, you want to come round to this area. And again, you can come in with your side effleurage, so you can be here, and I'm in a lunging stance, and I'm taking it down, and I'm repositioning. I can then, like I know he's tight here, I can be using alternate loose fist. If somebody's got really tight glutes, loose fisting for about 45 seconds feels wonderful, right? Once you've done that and you've really loosened it off, you can then take it into straight arm or reinforced fist. Now, if the glute muscle's still really tight and you go in too fast with a reinforced fist, the client will jump. It feels very painful. So really make sure that you've loosened that up properly before you come in with the reinforced fist. The reinforced fist is a deeper experience. So you wouldn't always come in here straight away. It's too much. You have to heat up the muscle tissue first. Okay, you can come back in again with your pes dressage movements. If you wish, you can turn in with your forearm, pes dressage. Now this side, imagine this side's more like a rugby player. So you're here and you're coming in to catch the ball. So look at the way my arms go. It's this way, it's this way, it's this way. It's an inward movement, okay? And it comes from the core, right? When you're here, when you're this side, it's different. Watch my arms. You're pushing out, you're pushing out, you're pushing out, you're pushing out. And the reason why you do that, again, is to protect the spine. When you are in this position, and for instance, I'm working on the other side of the body, if you try and push in like that, it's an awful lot because you're bending further over. It's more pressure here on the neck and shoulders. So this is why we have for here, you're coming in, and for the other side, you're pushing out because it's more of an outward movement. It saves the neck and shoulders. So again, these are much more advanced movements, but I'll help you with all of that. Okay? So quick recap. This is reinforced effleurage. So reinforced effleurage is one hand with another hand supporting. You're in a lunging stance and it comes from the knee coming down. So this is a bit more slow than just ordinary effleurage. We then have, what's this called, Rachel? Alternate loose fist, right? And then, Gina, what's this called?
Reinforced fist.
That's the reinforced, good. What's this called?
Dressage movement.
Which pes dressage movement is this? It is a pes dressage movement, that's correct. Which one is, what's this
Forearm.
called? This is forearm kneading. So we also have our hands. For a bigger experience, you can also use your forearms. Again, if I've got a big day, I try and save my hands and my fingers as much as possible. So I'll do an awful lot more of forearms there, okay? And always remember, let it come from the core. It all comes from the core. And to finish off, you can do a forearm effleurage. And that feels really nice for the client, okay? So you're coming up, over, and down. Yeah, okay? Nice. That's me just giving it a bit of love, pulling it back. Okay, great. You want to see it again?